Who's a better angler, captains or first mate? We're gonna find out today on today's video. Okay, here we go, captains versus first mates. Let me go over the rules for you. To level the playing field, this entire event's gonna take place on my boat, a 31-foot Tierra Open. This will be a 2 versus 2 matchup, mates on the port side, captains on the starboard side. Each team gets the same amount of line, and the center downrigger will go back and forth between them based on time. We flipped a coin for that. I'll show you the outcome. Go ahead and call it in the air, captains.
Heads.
And it is heads. All right, so captains won that coin toss, which means the first half hour, they have control of the center downrigger. The next half hour, mates, and then it will be an hour stagger from then on. We're hoping to get 5 hours of fishing time in. The points are going to be awarded for the amount of fish that they catch. For each king, steelhead, or brown trout, they're going to get 10 points per fish. For each lake trout, they get 5 points per fish. However, here's a great kicker. If they catch a lake trout and it can be successfully released, they can opt to do so and lose those 5 points, but they can upgrade it to a silverfish. If they lose a fish, and we've all done that, the fish has to be on the line for at least 30 seconds. Fish is lost after that, they lose 5 points off their total. At the end of the trip, we'll tally up all the points to see who wins. Here's the thing, if somebody gets their limit before the time period is up, an automatic victory. We're gonna get you guys and gals all the information that we can off this. It's gonna be a great battle. Let's get into this. All right, let's meet the teams here. We got the captains over here. We got Captain Brian, Captain Tim. Tons of fishing experience here between these two guys. Who's going to win this thing?
We're going to find out tomorrow morning. Usually our starboard side, which we're going to be on, is always the one that catches fish. So we'll see how it works out tomorrow morning.
Oh, hands down, they're going to win for sure.
All right, we got the first mates here. We got first mate Tim and first mate Larry. Who's going to win this thing?
Well, since I think first mates generally rule the roost around here, I think we got it.
That's a pretty tough one to follow there.
All right.
It's gonna be a toss-up, but we'll give her our best shot.
All right, so first mates are guaranteeing a win is what they're saying. Captains, you got anything to say about that?
Well, they wish them the best of luck. That's all I can do.
Oh, it's such a great answer. I'll edit that out later. All right, you guys are all set. Walk me through your arsenal then. This is the captain's arsenal. What do you got for the downrigger there, Tim?
Here we are.
With a green slice.
Green slice on the rigger.
Yeah, yeah.
227 steel.
RV raspberry carbon.
Yep.
Moonshine.
On the 302 steel.
Yeah,
We're going on a 5 eyes. And then on the 400 steel.
That's the Oscar, I believe. Another moonshine. Okay, and then we got some reserves down here, huh?
Yep.
Yeller goober, chili
Gooby.
snack.
And of course we got
Green jeans.
raspberry carbon.
Another raspberry. Double slick white 8-inch with that KRW blue green dolphin fly. We got another two-face and then a pro troll here with another fly. What do you guys think? This is the winner?
Oh, yes.
Those money. Money.
It's money.
Guaranteed money. All right, the first mates say that they're all set. They got their devious pattern organized here. But all right, what do you guys got
right.
set up here?
We got a moonshine for our rigger.
Okay,
I can't pronounce what that's called, but it's new.
that is one of their
Custom.
new ones.
We got a blue
Dancing anchovy.
dancing anchovy.
350 copper.
Yep. And on the 400 copper, this is a Mr. Chrome.
Something nuclear. Okay.
And then we got their version also of a raspberry carbon type of a spoon.
What rod's that on?
That is on a 450 copper.
You guys are going deep.
We're going deep.
All right, what you got set up for the divers?
Mr. Chrome lemon head for the high diver, standard. And then we have an A-bomb paddle with a custom blue lemon ice, or blue ice fly for the high or low diver.
That's a fly that you came up
That
with?
I tied, yep.
Okay. That purple taco fly supply material?
Yes, sir.
Heck yeah. So we all went to bed that night hoping for fair winds and following seas the next morning. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. When we woke up, there was a stiff breeze coming out of the north. By the time we got to the pier heads, we saw we were heading out in about a 3 to 5 foot chop with occasional 6s. Waves were coming both out of the west and also out of the north, so we were in a big washing machine, but we headed out anyway, hoping to get a full day of fishing in. Before long, it was go time. Let's get to fishing. Everybody ready?
Ready?
Here go! We didn't have to wait too long. While lines were still being set out, the first mates had the first fish of the day going. Well, first hookup of the day goes to the mates on a low diver.
He's getting the net out early. He's confident.
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know.
Guess we'll see.
Now this is going to get interesting. All right, so big long lead. They're going to have to hand line and then drop the rod and then net the fish. And a fish in the boat.
And not long after that, the first mates had fish number 2 going.
Fish number 2 on the mate side on the downrigger. Going right that way too.
My friend Brian, being the great captain that he is, decides to help the first mates out and move the shoot rigger out of the way. Of course, while he does that, a fish nails it.
Might want to get that long line out of there before we burn it. See if I can work this one.
Doubled up.
We're hooked up.
Doubled up on the shoot.
And the chaos didn't stop there.
Diver, diver, diver. Tripled up now. All right, so the mate's got their third fish on. Captain's got their first fish on. I can help with rods too, guys. Yep. We're still standing at 2-1. Mates 2, captains 1, but the mates have their third fish on. It's a nice king. If anybody loses one of my rods, it's an instant disqualification. What about a net?
I think you're on his line.
Yep, you guys across.
There we go.
Third one for the mates.
What would a competition be without a little controversy? So the mates hook up on a fish on a diver, and not long after that, the captains hook up on a fish on a long line.
Captain took bag up on our long line, 350 copper went off. Diver going. Mates hooked up again. Be the fourth fish for the mates, third fish for the captain. As long as they don't lose them. Hi, diver.
Yes, sir.
Nice. Uh-oh. Lost fish?
I don't know if there was ever one on it. I just caught the diver. Lost fish.
Lost fish.
That's where his line's gone.
Just saying.
Yeah, we seen it.
He was fighting it for a while.
I was fighting the diver. I just
Oh, come on.
Oh, right in the diver.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this could be controversial as well.
So a decision had to be made.
All right, so after all that chaos, there's no fish on the lines anymore. So what do we do here? I'm gonna make a command decision here. Cancel out. No points deducted for either team. There we go. Everybody seems happy.
No harm, no foul. We moved on. More fishing to be done. And not long after that, the captains hooked up again on another long line. Luckily, this fish just met the requirements.
All right, captains are hooked back up on another long line.
I don't know. We gotta have to get some take measures for that big dog. Better. Oh, holy smokes.
Looks like 10 points to me, man.
Yeah, 10 points. I think that's a pink. I don't know if that counts.
I know, monster fish, right? But it's still 10 points. We put that thing on a tape, and it was just a smidge over legal size. So 10 points for the captains. Now, not long after that, the weather really started to get nasty. I made a few phone calls and found out everybody was heading back in early. So we made a decision. Time to go. Safety over fishing any day. But just as we were pulling lines, one more fish hit the downrigger on the mate side. And after a short battle, they got that fish in, another legal keeper king. I wasn't able to get that on film. Unfortunately, the GoPros went on strike due to the big waves. So now it was time to head back to port as fast as the waves would allow. And when we got there, we came up with a good decision.
Oh, we weren't out that long.
All right, here we go. We ended up with 7 fish. First mates ended up with 4. Captains ended up with 3. So we had to come in way early. It's hardly even 8 a.m. It got really nautical out there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna extend this. We're gonna go to a part 2. We're gonna keep the totals and just add from there on the next one. So thanks everybody for watching. It was a great time. We'll see you on the next one.
So make sure, come back here. Come back here for part 2. It's gonna be great. We're gonna get back out there and start right back where we left off. We'll finish this thing up. In the meantime, go catch your own.